Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John, Chasing Majors. Thanks for checking out another video. We're going to do a Mel Day video. I've got two cards that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. These were recent purchases from, I think, 2 weeks ago at Golden Auctions. That total purchase was 4 cards, but I'm only going to share 2 of them today. They're the 2 main cards from that purchase. I actually recorded this same video yesterday, the total unboxing, in my kind of traditional fashion, and realized that my audio was all jacked up. Now, there's an unfortunate piece to that because I recorded that video kind of prior to joining a live stream, a 2-hour live stream yesterday. I was asked to be a guest by Michael and Anthony. They have a sports card centric collecting series or flipping and reselling series called Collecting Profits. They asked me to join that, and the unfortunate part is my audio was not only jacked up in my video, but through our 2-hour live session, my audio was just not really great. And let me explain real quick. This lapel mic that I'm wearing, fairly new to me, it's a Bluetooth situation. At some point when I was recording my video before going live with them, my audio got switched to this microphone. Now, I had this microphone plugged into my computer. I had this Bluetooth situation hooked up. This obviously lost connection at some point, and this microphone was sitting about 7 feet away from me. And so the audio during the live session just was not great. Their audio was awesome. Mine sounds a little muffled. So I apologize to them. If they're watching this, I apologize. The audio should have been better or a little bit more clean from my side. I still had a great time. It was a great video. We talked about a ton of things. If you guys are interested in seeing that video, like I said, we went 2 hours strong. We talked about golf collecting. We talked about comc. We talked about baseball. We talked about a lot of things. It was just a really fun 2-hour session, and I appreciate them asking me to participate and giving me some time to kind of talk through my journey and my experiences throughout the hobby. So that said, I'm re-recording this video today. Let's go ahead, and I'm not going to turn around the camera today. We'll do something a little bit different. I'll kind of do this way, just kind of share these 2 cards. First card I have for you guys, 1973 Topps PSA 5. This is the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This is the base card. I know it says NBA All-Stars, but the base card from this specific set, if you were an All-Star, it kind of called it out on the card. So there wasn't an All-Star card plus a base card. This is the true base card. As I've mentioned, and for those that may be new, one of the main collections I have is the 75th anniversary team. I'm trying to get all the rookie cards from that team. In my mind, that's the 75 greatest basketball players in NBA history. But then some of the generational GOATs, Wilt, West, Kareem, Pistol Pete, Bird, Magic, Jordan, those types of generational GOATs, I'm trying to get, specifically on the vintage side, I'm trying to get all of their base cards. So I've been focused this year to pick up as many 1970s Kareem Abdul-Jabbar base cards as I can. I want to have the entire decade's run. I may be halfway through at this point in time. This might be either the 4th or 5th card I have of Kareem. But really excited to add this to that collection. It's not a collection. I share the cards, but I maybe have mentioned it from time to time, but it is a collection I do spend time actively trying to find the cards on. And I am looking to pick them up in that mid-tier, collector tier type grade. So PSA 5, good looking card. Really excited to add that to my collection in that space. Second card I want to share with you is probably the more expensive of the 2. Really excited to add this. This is a guy that I'm trying to pick up as many cards as I can, and we're going to talk about that here just a little bit. But the card itself, 1964 Willie Mays. Obviously, Willie Mays, I think in most baseball collectors' minds, top 5, top 10 player of all time. why am I spending time on Willie Mays? And again, I haven't really talked about this, so I do want to share. And I know we talked about it in the Collecting Profits episode. So if you've seen that, we did talk about this in the episode yesterday. And I mentioned to them that I was making this same point in the video that I ended up scrapping. So I'm going to make that same point here now. Willie Mays is the oldest living Hall of Famer on the baseball side. He's in his early 90s. Willie Mays' cards are also, in my opinion, undervalued based upon his contemporaries. Now, they're not cheap, but they're still undervalued. And one thing that we typically see or we typically notice is when a Hall of Famer passes, and just based upon his advanced age, in the near future, and God forbid it happens anytime soon, but in the near future, we're going to lose this wonderful Hall of Famer in Willie Mays. And what we're going to see inside the sports card space is we'll see a spike in the price. Now, you're going to see that for autograph cards. You're going to see that for his 50s and 60s cards. Willie Mays' rookie card and his second year card, specifically the 51 Bowman and the 52 Topps, those cards are generally outside of most of our budgets. Those cards are worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars depending upon grade and condition. But even raw copies sell in the thousands of dollars. And most collectors just generally can't afford that. But cards like the early 60s, the late 50s, you're generally spending between $100 and $200, maybe as high as $300 for good copies, not for the pristine copies. Those copies sell into the thousands of dollars, but you can build a really good, healthy Willie Mays collection, basically $100, $150, $200 at a time, which I'm not calling that cheap, but it's affordable. It's the type of card that, most collectors can spend some time to get to. I'm under $100 on this card in my purchase. It is only a PSA 3, and it's a good looking card. I show you guys the corners. There's no creases. There's no indentations or major surface issues on the front of the card. Why is it a PSA 3? And this probably isn't going to pull up on the camera that well, but here above my finger, the card had some marks, some pencil marks, and somebody erased those. So technically this would be an MK if they put the qualifier up there. There would be a mark on this card. Now, from the front side of the card, it's a little OC, but it's a beautiful looking card. Probably from the front side, it's probably closer to a 4 or a 5 quality-wise. But the fact that there's some damage on the back of the card, specifically marks on the back of the card that were erased, that truly does make this a PSA 3. The bottom corners on the card are a little bit lifted as well. So I'm not arguing the point that this is a 3, but oftentimes we can find quality cards that have great eye appeal and save a little bit of money. And I'm perfectly happy of buying this card or owning cards like this because 99% of the time I'm not looking at the back of my cards. 99% of the time I'm looking at the front of the cards. I'm enjoying that piece of the card. So this is a way that you can save money. I want to say that I'm around this card maybe 50, 60 bucks, kind of total all in. But I'm trying to buy Willie Mays cards right now, mainly because I do think that once he does pass, God forbid that being anytime soon, we'll see that spike in prices of autograph and vintage cards. And then when he comes back down, I think we're going to find a higher floor. And that's a good thing for Willie Mays collectors and people that are in this space. So I'm trying to capitalize why the cards are a little bit cheaper because, the cycle of life, the reality in life is it's just a matter of time that somebody in the advanced ages of Willie will eventually pass. And when he does, I would have preferred to invest at a slightly lower price because I do think his floor will rise when he does pass. And I think that adding cards right now from Willie Mays, specifically from the 50s and from the 60s, is probably one of the better investment advices anybody can give you. I don't normally give investment advice, but I do genuinely believe this. And as you can tell, I'm putting my money where my mouth is a bit because I am personally buying these cards for my PC because I would rather buy them at today's prices than what potentially tomorrow's prices will look like. So with that, let's go ahead and wrap this one up, guys. A little bit different content. Hopefully the audio comes through a little bit better. I appreciate you guys if you're still here and you're still watching this. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you like the journey, click that little subscribe button, the notification button, all that jazz that you guys are used to hearing from everybody. I appreciate you guys. As always, I'm going to wrap this up. We're just going to chat with you guys in the next one.